Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Lifescience with Nivedita. So as you all know, KSET examination was held today. So now let's start solving the life science questions. And in next video, I'll upload general paper solutions also. So stay tuned. So now without any further delay, let's get started. So the first question here is heart rate increases due to the release of, so the answer for the first question is option 2, epinephrine. Okay, so this epinephrine is also known as adrenaline, and this hormone is released by adrenal glands, which is also called as flight or fight response hormone. Okay, and the answer is what? Option 2. So next question, that is second question. Dash serves as a relay station and a synaptic integrating center for preliminary processing of all sensory inputs on its way to the cortex. The answer for the second question is option 1, thalamus. So this will receive the sensory information from the body senses except smell, and it relays it to the cerebral cortex for interpretation. So that's why which is called as relay station. So option 1 is the correct answer for the third question. And the next question, once again. Okay, so next, third question. The phenomenon of masking the effect of one dominant gene by another gene is called as option 3, epistasis. So this epistasis will hide the effect of another gene. That is one gene hides the effect of another gene. Okay. So the next question, which of the following statements about phenocopy is correct? So the answer for this fourth question is, that is option 2. It is induced by environmental factors. Okay, usually phenocopy is a variation in an organism which is called as a phenotype, which is coming under non-heredity. So that's why all these heritable things are not matched with this phenocopy. Okay, so now next, move on to the next question. Okay, so who discovered linkage and crossing over? So fifth question answer is option 3, that is William Bateson and also Reginald Punnett. Okay, so the third option is correct option for the fifth question. So next one. Okay. So which of the following statements is not correct with regard to extra chromosomal inheritance? So here four options are there. So the correct option for this is, which will shows the reduced recombination. So option 4 is there. So here in the question they are saying that which is not correct. So this extra chromosomal inheritance will show, not shows the reduced recombination. So that's why, which is involves in the cytoplasmic segregation and recombination. So that's why option 4 is the correct answer. Okay, and next question is about shell coiling in the snail, that is Limnia peregrina is an example for. So seventh question. So usually this is example for the maternal inheritance, that is from mother, we used to say, no. So during fertilization, what happens means the eggs of this snail is there. So this will retain their mitochondria and express extranuclear DNA. So which will result in the offsprings traits become inherited from the mother. So that's why which is coming under maternal inheritance. Okay. So now move on to the next question. So question number 8. Which of the following statements is incorrect about hemophilia? Okay, so here hemophilia is a sex linked. Usually it is a X linked recessive. Okay, so this hemophilia is a X linked recessive, and also which is inheritable. Obviously it is inheritable, and there is no cure for hemophilia. As still now there is no cure for hemophilia. And here the incorrect option is option 2. Male can be a carrier. Usually which is X linked means men should not be a carrier, which is affected directly, it is affected to the men. So that's why this option 2 is a correct answer for this question. Okay, so now move to the next question, that is question number 9. Selecting the intercalating agent from the following chemicals. So we have to select the intercalating agent. So among these four, option 3, acridine orange is the intercalating agent, which is a dye which used to intercalate the DNA. Okay, so that's why option 3 is the correct answer. So the next question is, who introduced the term gene for the first time? So usually the term gene is introduced by this William Johansen in 1909. Okay, so that's why this option one is the correct answer. Apart from this option, Frederick Mischer, who is the one first isolate the DNA, and Rosalind Franklin, who introduced the X-ray diffraction study of DNA, and the Carl Correns, who discovered the principles of heredity. So that's why option one is the correct answer. So the next question, question number 11. So, to which of the following zoogeographic realms does the Indian subcontinent belong? So, Indian subcontinent belongs to the, that is this one, Oriental realm. Okay, it's also called as realm of Indo-Malaya. So, that's why option 2 is the correct answer. So, next question, 12th one. Stated below are the properties related to botanical and zoological nomenclature. Select a combination of two properties which best describe the botanical nomenclature. So here the specifically saying that describe about botanical nomenclature, not about zoological nomenclature. So according to this question, option two, that is second and fourth, absence of principle of coordination and absence of tautonyms are the two properties which will best describe the botanical nomenclature. So that's why option two is the correct answer. So the next question. Okay. So choose the correct statement for the phylogeny of the primates. So here the correct statement is, that is option 3, lemurs are more closely related to lorises than to gibbons. So option 3 is the correct answer. Okay. So next question, that is the influenza H1N1 virus that causes swine flu in humans especially is a combination of viruses that affect. So apart from the humans, it can affect for pigs, birds as well. Okay, so that's why option 1 is the correct answer, which will affect pigs, birds as well as humans. Okay, so that's why in the 14th question, option 1 is the correct answer. Okay, so now on to the next question. So which of the following is not, you have to mark it, that is which is they mention the not an ex situ conservation of germ plasm. Okay, so which is not belongs to the ex situ conservation, that is option 3, biosphere reserve is not belongs to ex situ. Usually this biosphere reserve is belongs to the in situ conservation. Botanical garden, gene bank, DNA gene bank, seed bank, all are coming under ex situ conservation, but this biosphere is coming under in situ conservation. So that's why option 3 is the correct answer. Okay, so next question. Okay, so match the following. Anyway, match the following are the easiest ones. So a two columns they have given. In the first column, lactobacillus, protozoan, rhizobium virus. So by one option itself, we can choose the answer. That is lactobacillus usually perform in the curd formation, then protozoan, that is malaria, then rhizobium, that is nitrogen fixation, then AIDS, which is coming under virus, like acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, that is human immunodeficiency virus, HIV. So that's why, according to these matching for the 16th question, option 4 is the correct answer. A4 curd formation, protozoan malaria, and C1, that is rhizobium nitrogen fixation, and the virus is what, that is AIDS. Okay, option 4 is the correct answer for 16th question. So the next question. Okay. So prawns and butterflies belongs to the same phylum because of the presence of. So these two, butterflies and prawns, are belongs to the same phylum because the presence of jointed legs. Okay, because both are coming under arthropod family. So usually arthropod family having the jointed legs. So because of these jointed legs, prawns and butterflies belongs to the same phylum. Okay. So the next question is, animals that migrate over long distances between continents are termed as. Here only the continents is there. The answer for this question is option 3, that is transcontinental migrators. Okay, so this is the answer for 18th question. So yeah, 19th one. Which of the following is not a direct threat to loss of species diversity? Okay, so among these, usually greenhouse gases is not a direct threat to the loss of species diversity, because alien species, habitat loss, over exploitation, all are coming under direct threat of species diversity, loss of species diversity, but not these greenhouse gases. Okay, option 4 is the correct answer for the 19th question. The next one. Okay. So, which of the following is not a cause of ecological succession? Okay, so they are mentioning the not here. So, yeah, climatic and biotic factors is also a cause. Then I guess is this one also. Then stabilizing causes also. But this third option, synthetic causes, is not a cause of ecological succession. So that's why option 3 is the correct answer. Okay, so next one is about edge effect is observed in. So this edge effect is observed in ecotone, option 2. Okay, ecotone is nothing but change in the population or community, that is community structure, that occurs at the boundary of two habitats. That is called as edge effect or ecotone. So that's why option 2 is the correct answer. Okay, so next question. Okay. So, which of the following statements about nutrient cycling in an ecosystem is not correct? So, nutrient cycling that is in ecosystem is not correct. So, here the answer is option 1, that is the quantity of materials required for life are unlimited. Okay, option 1 is the correct answer, means according to this statement, which is not correct. Okay, option 1 is the right answer. So, next question, which of the following organisms do not fix atmospheric nitrogen? Okay, so usually acetobacter can fix, then anabina also, nostac also, but this gelidium is not fix atmospheric nitrogen. Usually this gelidium is a red algae, so which is not involved in this nitrogen fixation program. That's why option 4 is the correct answer for this 23rd question. Okay, so next question. Okay. So, which of the following is not a reason for small local population going extinct? Okay, so for this dispersal stochasticity is not a reason for small local population going to exist. Okay, so option 4 is the correct answer for this 24th question. So next question is about, what do you mean by carrying capacity of a population? So here, carrying capacity of population is nothing but no, the population size that can be supported by the environment which is under coming under the particular area. In sometimes these available resources is also responsible. That's why in option 2 and 3, which is confusing, but I prefer option 2 is more when compared to the 3, because it is supported by the environment in particular area, but in sometimes which is also supported by the available resources for a particular species in a habitat. But usually option 2 holds more gain. So that's why I think option 2 is the correct answer for this 25th question. So next one, the marine environment event red tide is due to the presence of, usually this red tide is happen in the Florida. So here, this the marine environmental event red tide is due to the presence of, that is red algae. Okay, red algae. Sorry, that is Carenia brevis, which is also called as dinoflagellate. Dinoflagellate. So this one, the name, this thing. So for the 26th question, option 4 is the correct answer. So because of this red tide, we confused with the red algae. Not red algae is not the correct answer. So this fourth option, that is dinoflagellate, Carenia brevis, is the correct answer. Okay. So now move on to the next question. That is 27th. Okay. So Lamarckism states that. So what Lamarckism will says means every offspring inheritance characters acquired by the parental generation. So this is what Lamarckism says. That's why option 2 is the correct answer. Okay. So next question. The nuclear region in prokaryotic organisms is not surrounded by membrane. This undefined nuclear area is known as nucleoid, which is also called as undefined nuclear region. That is option 4 is the correct answer for this 28 question. Okay. So next question. So which biomolecule is more broadly dispersed in a cell? So RNA. So because many types of RNAs are there, snRNA, then rRNA, like that. Many RNAs are there. So that's why RNA will dispersed more broadly in the cells when compared to DNA. So option 1 is the correct answer for this 29 question. So move on to the next question. Question number 30. So the pigment largely responsible for collecting light energy during photosynthesis is anyway, that is light energy during photosynthesis means, which is the primary pigment, that is chlorophyll. So option 4 is the correct answer for this question. So next one, the synthesis of various organic compounds from inorganic molecule was postulated by. So here the answer is Oparin and Haldane. So it's also called as Oparin-Haldane theory, which will state that life began through chemical evolution, which is the formation of organic molecules from inorganic compounds. Okay, that's why option 2 is the correct answer for this 31 question. Okay, so now next question. So which of the following findings was discovered by Miller's experiments? So usually by Miller's experiments, he find out amino acids, right? So that's why option 2 is the correct answer. So next question, that is 33. Paleontology is the study of fossils. No, so that's why option 3 is the correct answer. That is prehistoric life through fossils. So option 3 is the correct answer for 33 question. So 34. Which of the following is a fundamental unit of heredity? Very easy question. That is option 1. Gene is the fundamental unit of heredity. Option 1 is the correct answer for this 34 question. Okay. So next one. Which of the following which of the following is a parasitic antibiotic? So here in the 35th question, that is albendazole is the one which is a parasitic antibiotic. So that's why option 2 is the correct answer. So which of the following components needs to be immobilized on the surface of polystyrene plates to perform ELISA test to detect malarial infection? So here usually antigen is the one the component which needs to be immobilized. So that's why option 1, that is parasite antigen, is the correct answer. Okay. So next one, 16S rRNA sequencing is performed to identify which of the following species. So usually this 16S rRNA sequencing is performed to find out the bacteria. Okay, so option 1 is the correct answer. So next, gene therapy is approved and works on the principle. Anyway, gene therapy means what? We have to modify the gene. So that's why option 2, that is gene modification, is the correct answer. So among the following processes, which is the major contributor to global warming? So for this global warming, the major contributor is what? That is usage of fossil fuels, that is coals, oils, and also gases. So option 3 is the correct answer for this 39 question. So next one. Okay. So rice contains dash number of marker assistant selection, also called as mass genes, which is applied for the selection of pest resistant and nutrient rich strains. So here I think I have doubt in this question. So option 3, approximately 30 number of mass genes will be applied, I think so. So that's why option 3, I'll go for option 3. It is approximately 30 number of marker resistant genes contains this rice. So next question, phytoremediation uses one of the following principles to immobilize and detoxify the pollutants. So here the answer is option 4, that is phytostabilization. Okay, phytostabilization is the answer for this 41 question. Okay, so the next one, the analyte that is measured to monitor stress and anxiety using saliva. So if we are using saliva means the analyte should be the enzyme, right? Which enzyme? Salivary amylase, that is option 3, alpha amylase. Okay, option 3 is the correct answer for this 42 question. So next one, how does AFLP differ from other DNA fingerprinting techniques like RFLP? So here AFLP uses selective PCR amplification and restriction enzyme digestion. So that's why option 4 is the correct answer for this 43 question. So yeah, next one. Among the following options, which one is not true about fusion tags, which is used in recombinant protein production? Okay, so here the aids in improving the catalytic function of the protein is the correct answer. It is which is not true, because this one we used for the identification of recombinant protein and the proper folding of protein as well as the expression and isolation of protein, but not for the catalytic function of the protein. So option 3 is the correct answer for this 44 question. Okay. So which of the following statements is true about the type 2 error? So in this type 2 error, the true statement is type 2 error is accepting an incorrect hypothesis. So that is what the correct statement. So option 1 is the correct answer for this 45 question. So next one, in a positively skewed distribution, the relationship between mean, median, and also mode. That is what mean is greater than median is greater than mode. So that's why option 2 is the correct answer for this 46 question. The next one. Okay. So when silver halide crystals are exposed to the radiation in an autoradiograph, which of the following chemical conversions takes place? Okay. So here the third one, silver halide to metallic silver is the correct answer. Usually which is used for the photography. Which one? Silver halide crystals. Okay. So that's why option 3 is the correct answer. So next one, image processing method after capturing image by microscope, which will involve the image enhancement and also restoration. So option 1 is the correct answer for this 48 question. Okay. So next one. Okay, so EEG is conducted to analyze the following except. So this EEG is used to, conducted to analyze the brain activity and also the conditions which will affecting the brain, as well as to detect epilepsy also, but which is not specific for the brain tumor. So that's why option 4 is the correct answer, because except this brain tumor, all these things can be analyzed with the help of this EEG, but not specific for the brain tumor. Okay, so option 4 is the correct answer for this 49 question. So next one. Okay. So which of the following methods is not used for ground sensing? Not used. So usually visible and infrared sensors are not used for the ground sensing, apart from this magnetometry, resistivity, georadar, everything is used for the ground sensing. Okay. So next question, who was the proposer of atomic theory? So the proposer of atomic theory is John Dalton in the early 19th century. Okay, in the early 19th century, John Dalton was proposer of this atomic theory. Okay, so now move on to the next question. So non-polar molecules or non-polar portion of the molecules tend to aggregate in water owing to a phenomenon called. So anyway, non-polar molecules means what, which is coming under water heating system, that is hydrophobic effect. Option 2 is the correct answer for 52 question. So next, in enzyme activity, the Km values denote. So in this enzyme activity, the Km values will denote what? Substrate concentration, which will reach the half Vmax, that is maximum velocity. Okay, option 1 is the correct answer for this 53 question. So next one, among the following proteins, which one needs quaternary structure for its functional activity? Anyway, hemoglobin is the one which will needs quaternary structure for its functional activity. Okay, for the 54 question, option 2 is the correct answer. Okay. So next one is about isopropanol is used to precipitate DNA from aqueous sample because this isopropanol will displaces the water molecules involved in solvation of DNA, usually which will form a precipitate, right? So that's why option 3 is the correct answer, which is used in a DNA purification and extraction. Okay. And the next question, when any two atoms approach each other closely, they create a weak, non-specific attractive force, which is called as van der Waals interaction. Okay, so option 4 is the correct answer for 56 question. So next is 57. By which of the following can the linking number of a covalently closed circular DNA be changed? Okay, that is by breaking the phosphodiester bonds in one or both strands. Usually topoisomerase is the enzyme, is the one of the enzyme which is used in a linking number, and that is having the linking number. So which is breaking the phosphodiester bonds in one or the both the strands. Okay, option 2 is the correct answer for 57 question. So next is 58. Resting membrane potential of plasma membrane is maintained by which of the following channels? So this resting membrane potential is maintained by the sodium and also potassium channel. So option 4 is the correct answer for this question. Okay. So fluidity of biological membrane may be enhanced by. So this fluidity is of the biological membrane may be enhanced by this increasing the concentration of unsaturated fatty acids, because these saturated fatty acids will make plasma membrane rigid. Okay, so the fluidity thing is coming from the unsaturated fatty acids as well as small amount of small concentration of cholesterol also, but majorly by increasing the concentration of unsaturated fatty acids, the plasma membrane will maintain the fluid-like structure, fluid mosaic-like structure. Okay, so option 3 is the correct answer for this question. Okay, so during photosynthesis, electrons released from water are transferred to. So here the electrons which are released from the water which are transferred to the chlorophyll P680 via manganese. Via manganese. Okay, because which chlorophyll contains manganese, no? So that's thing. So next is the match the following. My favorite one. Okay, so vacuoles, peroxisomes, Golgi bodies, and also plastids. So here vacuoles means was usually vacuoles. When vacuoles come to our mind, we usually think okay, it is somehow called as storage box like that. Okay, so vacuoles means what? Which is coming under storage house. That is A belongs to 4. So in all the options 4 is there. So okay, so next is peroxisomes. Peroxisomes majorly involved in the detoxification function. So option 1. Okay, option 1 for the B, option 1 is there only in the first option. So next, Golgi bodies, which involves the glycosylation and linked and O-link. Then the plastids, which are involved in the D, that is electron transfer. Okay, because chlorophyll, no, so that's why electron transfer. So for this, match the following. Option 1 is the correct answer. By matching 1 or 2 itself, we can find out the answer easily. So that's why option 1 is the correct answer. So next one. So minus strand RNA viruses are non-infective because anyway minus strand means what? Negative strand. So that negative strand RNA which is not producing any kind of protein. That is, there is no translation here. So that's why which is not infective, non-infective. That's why option 3, negative strand RNA is not translated. That's why it is non-infective. Okay, option 3 is the correct answer for this question. So next one, in cell division, separation of poles in anaphase is achieved by. So here this separation of poles is achieved by shortening of polar microtubules at their positive end. So usually this one kinetochore is there, no, that is microtubule kinetochores. The shortening takes place in the anaphase, this thing, cell division. So that's why option 2 is the correct answer. So, so which of the following is not a symbiotic bacteria? So usually this azospirillum is there, right? So this is coming under non-symbiotic, not a symbiotic. So that's why option 2 is the correct answer. Okay. So next one, what is the main purpose of the Rec-A protein in bacterial recombination? So here, which is involved in the pairing of single-stranded DNA with complementary sequences in the double-stranded DNA, bacterial recombination. Okay, so for this, option 3 is the correct answer. Okay, so next one. If a sample of DNA is found to have the base composition, that is mole ratios of adenine 40, thymine 22, guanine 19, cytosine 19. So the conclusion is what? So usually the mole ratio of purines and pyrimidines does not follow the Chargaff's rule. If it does not follow the Chargaff's rule, means what? The DNA is single stranded, not a double stranded. So that's why option 3 is the correct answer. So next one, which of the following statement is false? So here, which one is false? That is option 3, tRNA present only in eukaryotes. No, it is also present in prokaryotes, not only in the eukaryotes. So that's why option 3 is false. That is correct answer for this, question. The transcription termination of mRNA in eukaryotes occurs. So usually termination takes place in a poly A site, that is polyadenylation sites, by the action of terminator factors. With help of terminator factors and all, so in the polyadenylation, transcription termination takes place. Okay, that is option 1 is the correct answer. Which among the following molecular roles does the signal peptide play in directing proteins for secretion or to a specific subcellular localization? So here, which will guide the proteins to transport. Okay, that's why guiding the transport of proteins to the endoplasmic reticulum. So option 3 is the correct answer for this question. Okay, so the next one, which one of the following is an example of non-covalent interaction in proteins? So for the example of non-covalent interaction is what? That is salt bridges. Okay, usually the salt bridges is a combination of hydrogen bonding and also ionic bonding. That's why it is an example of non-covalent interaction. So option 3 is the correct answer for 70 question. The next one, the type of chromatin that undergoes a decondensation process early in the cell cycle. So here, the decondensation form of chromatin is euchromatin. Okay, euchromatin is the one that is decondensed form of chromatin. So that's why option 1 is the correct answer for this question. So the biochemical change that occurs in cells infected with cytocidal viruses is, so usually this impact like shutdown of host cells protein synthesis. That's why this is what the biochemical change takes place when the cell is infected with this particular viruses. So option 1 is the correct answer for this 72 question. Okay, so move on to the next question. Okay. So which of the following statements about decoy receptors is correct? So these decoy receptors, which is act as the inhibitor by binding ligand. So that's why option 3 is the correct answer. They do not transduce signal after binding to the hormone. So why this receptor is not transduce the signal, because these are act as the inhibitors. That's what that which will binding when it is bind to the ligand, which is act as a inhibitor, not as a signal transducer. Okay, option 3 is the correct answer for this question. So 74, which of the following is not involved in a quorum sensing systems in the bacteria? So usually monomeric sugars are the one which are not involved in the quorum sensing. Apart from these fourth option, all other are involved in the quorum sensing systems in bacteria. Okay, so option 4 is the correct answer for this question. So next one is the match the following. So collagen 1, hyaluronate, fibronectin, and collagen 4. So usually collagen 1, which is involved in the tendons, functioning in the tendons. So that's why collagen 1 A comes to the 4. In the two options, A holds 4 in the first and fourth one. So hyaluronate. So this hyaluronate is the one which will, present in the cartilage. That is, which forms the gel-like structure, moistens the, cartilage and all. That is what option 1B belongs to the option 1. So that's why option 1 is there in the fourth option. Yeah, the fourth option. Next, fibronectin. So this fibronectin, which is involved in the wound healing. Then collagen 4 is present in the basal system of the body. That's why option 4 is the correct answer for this question. So next one, tumor induction is done by which of the following RNA virus? So tumor induction is done by the hepatitis C virus. Usually this is the one which is having the RNA as genetic material. So that's why this is having tumor induction process. So option 2 is the correct answer for this 76th question. So next one, toll-like receptors are not expressed in. So these toll-like receptors are can expressed in dendritic cells, macrophages, even the neutrophils also, when basophils also, but not in the fibroblast cells. But in some cases, in some books and all, they mention in fibroblast cells also can express small amount of toll-like receptors, like 1 or 2. But when compared to these three things, option 4 is the correct answer. So next is immunity against malarial disease denotes antibodies against sporozoites. Sporozoites is the correct answer for this question. So next one, a technique in which a high voltage pulse pushes the DNA into the cells is what? Electroporation. Electrofection you also called. So this is the one process, that is gene transfer method, which will pushes the DNA by providing high voltage power or high voltage pulse. Option 2 is the correct answer for this question. So next one, secondary spermatocytes undergo second division of meiosis to form spermatid. Option 2 is the correct answer. Okay. So next one, the dimple formed during gastrulation in a frog on the embryo surface, roughly 180-degree opposite the point of sperm entry, which is called as blastopore. Okay, option 4 is the correct answer for this question. So 82, what emerges from the seed first to enhance water uptake? So that is radicle. So usually this radical will grows downwards into the soil, which is anchoring the seedling and absorbing the water and nutrients from the soil. So option 4 is the correct answer for this question. Okay. So next one is 83. The metamorphic changes of rocks development are brought about by. So this is brought about by the thyroxine, that is thyroid hormone. So option 2 is the correct answer for this question. So next one, the enzyme which converts testosterone into estrogen that plays a crucial role in sex determination which is called, that is option 1, aromatase. This is enzyme, okay, which will convert the testosterone into estrogen. So option 1 is the correct answer for this question. Okay, so next one. Caspases are strong proteases which, when activated, they cause, that is cell death, usually which is involved in the apoptosis, right? So that's why cell death is the correct answer for this question. So next one, the agents responsible for developmental disruptions are called as, that is teratogen. Teratogen, this the one agent which is responsible for the developmental disruption. So option 2 is the correct answer for this question. So next is about the combination of metabolites which are listed below, which are involved in the feedback inhibition of pyruvate dehydrogenase. So this pyruvate dehydrogenase is the enzyme which involves in a Krebs cycle, which will convert the pyruvate into acetyl CoA. So that's why the combination metabolites are, that is NADH and also acetyl CoA. Option 2 is the correct answer. So next is about some metabolic biosynthetic pathway. So which one of the following combinations of secondary metabolite biosynthetic pathway results in the biosynthesis of terpenes? So here in this terpenes biosynthesis, mefenonic acid and MEP pathways. Okay, so these are the one which is the correct combination. So option 3 is the correct answer for this question. So next one, which of the following is not the moist tropical forest? So here this one, subalpine forest is not the moist tropical forest. So apart from this subalpine, remaining three, rest of the three are the moist tropical forest. Okay, so option 3 is the correct answer for this question. So next one. Okay. Which of the following wavelengths of light is responsible for somatic movement in plants of well-watered, in the leaves of well-watered plants growing in natural environment? So here the nanometer, usually the blue light is the one which is responsible for the stomatal movements in the leaves. So the wavelength of this blue light is, that is 450 to 495 nanometer, around 450 to 500 nanometer. Okay, so option 2 is the correct answer. So next is match the following about secondary metabolites and also it tests. So usually alkaloids is determined by the Mayer's test. So A, that is option 2. Yeah, alkaloids is Mayer test. A2 is there in the second and also third option. So flavonoids is for the this one, Shinoda's test. Okay, so the Shinoda's test, that is B4 is there in the third option. So apart from this third option, no option will hold this fourth option. So the next come to the terpenoids, that is C, which having this Salkovsky test. Then triterpenoids, that is horizon test. So option 3 is the correct answer for this question. Okay. So next one, the photons captured by green plants are used in, so in photosynthesis, production of toxic products such as superoxide, singlet oxygen, etc., generation of heat, then damage to D1 proteins of PS1. So based on the above facts, these facts, photoinhibition occurs when the following. So apart from these four options, we have to find out when the photoinhibition occurs. So excess photon intensity is completely used for heat generation. No. So entire photon intensity is used for the this one, photosynthesis. Excess photon intensity leads to the damage of D1 proteins. So here it is there no damage to D1 proteins. Because of this excess photo intensity, these D1 proteins will damage. So option 3 is the correct, correct based on these facts. Okay. Then excess photo intensity is used to heat generation, formation of toxic products. No, but because of the damage is what happens, that is for the excess photon intensity. Okay, so option 3 is the correct answer for this question. So next one, 12 carbon dioxide and 30 carbon dioxide 13 are used for which of the following physiological studies? Okay, so this one is used to determine the rate of photorespiration. So option 3 is the correct answer. So next one, that is 94. Which of the following combination of statements is correct for secondary metabolites? Okay, so for the secondary metabolites, they protect the plants against being eaten by herbivores and against being infected by the microbial pathogens. This is also correct. Terpenes, the largest class of secondary metabolites, are synthesized by the methyl erythritol phosphate. This is also correct. The most abundant classes of phenolic compounds in plants are derived from phenylalanine. Yes, it is derived from phenylalanine. So this one is also correct. Alkaloids are nickel containing secondary metabolite in plants. No, no, no. This is wrong. So that's why option 3 is the correct answer for this 94 question. Okay. The animals which excrete ammonia are called as what? So, which is called as ammonotelic animals. Option 3 is the correct answer. Okay. The single cell layer of granulosa surrounding the oocyte is called as corona radiata. This is the single cell layer. Okay. So, option 1 is the correct answer. Okay. The last 4 questions. Dash hormone increases the appetite. So, which hormone? Very easy. That is, ghrelin is the one which is responsible for the appetite. If we are feeling the appetite because of this, ghrelin hormone. So, option 3 is the correct answer. So, next one, the opening of bile duct into the duodenum is guarded by. So, this is guarded by this sphincter of Oddi. So, option 3 is the correct answer for 98 question. So, next one, animals that depend on external sources for body heat are called as ectotherms. Okay, external source, that is ectotherms. Internal source means that is endotherms. Endo, internal, ecto, external. So option 1 is the correct answer for this 99 question. So now the last question, we are in the end of this video. That is, megakaryocytes are increased in bone marrow by the hormone thrombopoietin, which is secreted from. So, which is secreted from the liver cells, that is hepatocytes. So, option 1 is the correct answer for this question. Okay. So, these are the, I can say, key answers or the answers for this KSET Life Science November 2024, examination. I think 2 or 3 questions will vary. I am not saying like all the 100 questions or the 100 answers what what we solved right now is correct. No, it may vary when the final key answers will release. You have to compare with these two. So as of now, as per my knowledge, by searching somewhere else and all, I collect the answers. I think two to three or somehow it not exceed more than 5. Okay, so that's why somehow 4 to 5 marks will vary when compared to the final key answers. So just go through the options, go through the questions and all. Just mark your marks based on these key answers. So all the very best for you. So in the next video, I'll upload this general paper, answers also. So stay tuned and please support me like this. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and if you like this video, hit the like button.